Depends on the book entirely. Some stories I've written very quickly because the plot's fashioned itself within hours, or certainly within days. I know exactly what the characters are and what they're doing, and then I even know my ending, and I just move ahead with it and write that very fast. Other times I've spent years wallowing in trying to figure out why I want to write a story. I know I want to write it. I've had one ghost story in particular about a boy who wakes up in a house, and somehow in the past he's destroyed this house, and he keeps on going back as a ghost to try and stop it from happening, and he keeps recreating it. It's a very strange story. It's one that's kind of compelled me for a long time. I've started it about 20 times and never finished it. So my answer to your question is really, it's so difficult to answer. It depends entirely on the subject. I suppose the truth is they often start from images which come out of nowhere. Sometimes it's something that somebody said to me. One of your students today said something to me that was interesting. They were responding to one of the covers, and they said, how about a description of the book that is like this? To defeat a monster, do you have to love the monster? And that has already set off a train of thinking in my mind. I'm not sure where that would go, but that's probably something more of a teenage way of thinking, and that might lead to somewhere down the road, and that happens all the time. I think people should just follow their own instincts on that. Some people are just not confident about writing, especially kids, who often start as slightly underconfident in terms of their abilities. If they're asked to just come out with something out of their imagination, I like to unlock that a little bit with some fantasy workshops. But actually, people should write from where they think they feel confident. And for me, that's almost invariably making something up, because that fires my imagination. I'm not really interested in writing about the shape of tables or what somebody's wearing. I almost have to kill myself to think about, oh, they're just wearing some jeans and a t-shirt. But other people will become fascinated by those areas, more domestic aspects. With kids, I always think it's quite nice to take them into a place where they're not completely comfortable, so that they're forced to think outside of where they would normally be on a day-to-day basis, if you can, and then they can come back into their normal world, just to stretch them a little. If they're serious about their writing and they want to write good stories that other people want to read, they must read all the time. Read outside of what they would normally read. Read books that are slightly older than they would, as well as younger. Read everything and never stop reading, because that's not just how you build up vocabulary without even looking up words. You understand syntax and sentence structure, you get a sense of mood, and also what moves stories along. It's the single most important thing you need to do, and of course, write. And then don't be afraid to show other people your work, and the more critical those people are of your work, as long as it's done fairly, take it on board, be strong-willed about it, and think, is that true what they're saying? My whole character doesn't work, none of the story's any good, okay, but what can I do to change it? As long as you're prepared to go through that, you can write really good stories.
Fantastic, Cliff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.